again. And those who love reading, like Kim said, she's a writer, get on and read her books also. And let's just keep connecting and also learning from different people from different parts of the world. We go to Mike, and I want to really encourage Gen Zs and Kenyans in Kenya to request for the mic, and then as we proceed that way. And Neto and Jerotit, should you want to chime in at any point, just open your mic. Same to Kingsman and Hillary. And Dr. You let me know also when you are ready to answer the questions before I cue you in. So Mike, over to you. And you can use either Swahili or English. We're not only speaking in English here. So I just wanted to just repeat that again. Mike? And if I call you twice, thrice, and you don't respond, I'm going to take you off, because those are the people who come in and clog the spaces. So, Mike, over to you.
Okay, hi. I hope you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Okay, okay. First of all, let me say I'm just glad that we've taken this step as the young people of Kenya. I'm glad that we're trying to take the country in the right direction. I was watching the news today, and I was actually very perturbed by Ruto's remarks, terming the Gen Zs as faceless anarchists who trying to steer the country in the wrong direction. Yet he wants us to come to the table and talk to him. Yet the demands that we tabled, he is not even yet satisfied either of them. We asked him to overhaul the cabinet. We asked him to dismiss the cabinet, and he nominated a new one. And out of the people that we wanted out of the cabinet, he went back and returned the same people. I think he's trying to look for he's trying to look for the person who's financing this protest. And if he were here, I'd have told him he is our biggest financier. He is the person who is financing us. He's the person who is feeling our rage because he's not ready to listen to us. The Gone are the times when you lead people, where you lead people in the direction that you want. This is a democracy. Kenya is a growing democracy. So he has to listen to the people. He has to take the country in the direction that the people want and not the direction that he wants. I think uh, going forward, things are going to be much messier. Things are going to be much harder for him because we're not going to relent. We're not going to take a step back in any way. We will have to make sure that he listens to us, and whatever it is that we want, he will have to do it. He said that he will protect the country, he will protect life, he will protect the people. And I will tell him this, if he's listening: we will come peacefully, but we will not relent. He has to acknowledge that the people have are the sovereign power of the state. He has to acknowledge that we are the people who gave him the power that he has, and he has to acknowledge that he has to listen to whatever it is that we're saying. So I will urge all of us, whoever is listening, I will urge all of us to come out in large numbers.
Yeah.
Let's marshal in large numbers. Let's come out. Let's fight this. Let's march together. Let's ensure that whatever it is that the lives that we've lost, let's not be have lost them in vain. Let's make them count. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mike, for your submission. And so moving forward,
Yeah.
I'd like to suggest, kindly mute, Mike. I'd like to suggest that, of course, in the group, in the forum, we are in agreement that the sentiments of the president were actually uncalled for, and more of catalyzing and gaslighting, and also the nomination of the cabinet. Some of them were recycled. So moving forward, would we please while taking all the 2 minutes each, concentrate on the solutions and next pressure point. And so 1 minute, go on the, the solution, and the next minute if you have a question to the panel, you push it, because we still have over 100 people on the speaker who are requesting for the mic. And meanwhile, the invited guests, feel free to chime in at any time. Winnie, Justice, Masimba, in that order, 2 minutes each. We are concentrating on the solutions for next week. Yes.
Also, we got our in. Thank you so much for the chance. I'm Winnie, agency from Nairobi, Kenya. We are irritated by the president's response today. He said we are faceless, tribeless, but I think he's testing our fearless part, which will show him that we are indeed fearless by turning out in large numbers on Tuesday. Then I have a question to Dr. Miguna Miuna. There is a post he made last week, but the one when the Maandamano was starting. The issue of Githurai massacre, he said that some people were incinerated in Kawa barracks. I want him to clarify that point because we are friends there, and they said it's not possible for people to be cremated. Or they were not actually, there were no cremation in Kawa barracks. Can he clarify, please? Because we want facts. We don't want to go with rumors. We are fighting for our nation and we don't want to fight with rumors. We want to fight with facts. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Winnie, for joining us and also for the questions. He had actually clarified that in the beginning, but let me give him this opportunity to give a summary. But while we are at that, let's really share the space again so that people do not come and ask. Really, it's good that you're asking. You don't ask questions that were already discussed. But I see he's raising his hand. He's going to respond to you. Thanks, Winnie. Over to Dr.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, Winnie, let me repeat what I said before, and I've said this several times. Number one, anybody who defends the regime, anybody who defends a murderous regime, is not on the side of the revolution. Whenever you hear an allegation against the regime, be quick to support the allegation and be quick to blame the regime. That's rule number one in a revolution. Never ever support the regime because that's how to delegitimize it. Number two, a regime that can abduct people from their homes and this, or even from the street, and these people's bodies or corpses are found in dams, in dump sites, and in quarries, some of them decapitated, is a regime that can do anything to survive. Number three, we have information that more than 300 people are missing in and around Nairobi. This is a fact. It's not rumors. We do not know where these people are. Nobody has told us where they are. The state that is paid to protect these people and to be able to provide this information has not provided it to us. These people were participating in the protests. Therefore, any person who is a freedom fighter must assume that these people are dead and their bodies have not been found. Therefore, to dismiss the information some of us received that they incinerated these bodies or cremated them in Kawa barracks would tend to be a support for a murderous regime. Number four, this regime and the regimes before it have human incinerators all over the place. I know of the ones at the headquarters of the NIS on Kiambu Road. They do have already cremators and incinerators. And they can also use incinerators for animals. If many of you have a clear recollection, you will remember the man who died in Ruiru at a factory who burned to death and they could not even find his teeth. They do have the ability to disappear you and incinerate you or burn you or cremate you. So anyone who wants to challenge anything I say to you, the onus is on you to table the evidence that contradicts me. Until you do so, focus like a laser beam on the struggle. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Just a moment, Hilary wanted to explain something to Winnie. Winnie, just to add on to what Dr. has said, where did you say you're dialing in from? Nairobi?
I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. Yeah.
Nairobi. So imagine ukipotea pahali na mimi niseme Winnie amepotea. Then Hilary anakuja anasema Winnie hajapotea. So you see, Hilary lazima mimi ni mwenye anasema Winnie hajapotea, lazima kuja proof. Because tuki concentrate kwa ile